storm. The miracle in the storm. Life is made up out of storms. Everybody gonna have storms in their life. Everybody have storms. It's how you take them. Jesus is getting us ready, prepared to show us. A lot of time things come our way. Sometimes the Lord sends things our way. Sometimes things come our way because of life itself. Just life itself. This is one thing we got to learn. That's why we say why things happen to people. Bad things. Life itself. See, sometimes it's just life itself. If you stay here long enough, it's life itself going to happen to you. Oh, Lord. Read, start the introduction.
This lesson is appropriate for every person because all of us have needed miracles in a storm. Life is much like the ocean in that it is seldom calm.
It is seldom calm. Life is seldom calm. When everything calm and nothing happening, you get a little bit of, uh-oh. Peace before a storm. Life is seldom calm. It's always things happening.
Just like the ocean.
Things happening. Just like the ocean. The waves. Soon as one calm down, ooh, Lord, here come another one. But honey, with Jesus, you can ride the waves and just go right on through them. Every wave that come your way, you can ride the wave. You can just ride the wave, just float right on to safety because he is our shield. He is our buckler. He is our high tower. He is our very peace. Sister Rita going to be late. She had to take her mama to the hospital this morning. She's all right, though. Bad chest pains. Anyway, see, storm. There was a storm for her. Read.
As quickly as the winds of one storm subside,
Woo!
the horizon dances with the clouds of another one
approaching. So just know, that's why we be saying, because you done went through one trial.
Get ready for the next one.
Fasten your seatbelt. Another one coming. So don't get off course because you done got one victory. Don't get off course. Sit down and think you done arrived and made it. You got to get another one. I'm trying to tell you. Honey, you're going to have to fight this flesh to the finish. You're going to have to fight it to the finish. Storms are going to come. Troubles are going to come. Man that's born of woman is what? It's of a few days, but full of troubles. That's just it. And life is going to happen to you. So everything that happens, saints, you say, oh, I wonder what did they do? Sometimes it's just life. You stay here long enough, life is going to happen. You're going to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. And somebody going to come in that store and rob it. And you're going to be there. It's just life. God didn't do it all the time. The devil didn't do it all the time.
That's right. It's just life.
It's just life. Things happen. But the thing of it is to be ready whatever happened and when it happened. Read.
Just as Jesus was the key to the disciples' security on the sea that fateful night, he is our miracle in the storms of our lives.
That's what you got to know. Jesus is our miracle. Whatever storm we got to go through, Jesus is our miracle. Because we're going to have to go through some. Jesus is our miracle. That's one thing just keep in mind. Jesus is my miracle. Jesus is my way out of no way. Let me hear you say it. He's my way out of no way. Oh, he's my bridge over troubled water. He's, Jesus. Oh, my God. You better know you got to. He is our way out. Look at the earthquake in Haiti. Oh, my God. You think someone are not coming here? You think we're not going to have shooting at our schools right here? Do you think that? So America ain't, we ain't doing what we're supposed to do. America have turned away from God. We've turned away from God. And the Bible lets you know sin is a reproach. To any people, any nation, sin is a reproach. And because of this, a lot of things. We used to be a God-fearing country. We ain't no more. Sin will make God, oh Lord have mercy. That's how come so much happening. Will make God turn his back on you. Sin separate between you and your God. Sin separate you from God. He said, when one doeth not well, one more time, when one doeth not well,
sin lies at the door.
Sin. Okay, skip down to the third paragraph, first, second, third, 4.
We will further explore the purpose and benefit of storms in our lives. The difficult times of life can work to bolster our faith in the Lord.
See, things happen, and a lot of times God let things happen to us so we can believe him. See, when you get through going through, see, when things going well, you just, hey, you take it lightly. You take it lightly. Oh, God, it's just, you take it lightly. But when you go through a thing, when that thing stick with you, and when it look like you ain't going to see, ooh, honey, you learn how to trust God then. But as long as everything going fine, hey, you skipping around here jumping. You have to go through some things. Yes. God let us go through some things sometimes to make us.
That's right.
Trials make you. Trials make you.
They make you a break.
They sure will. Honey, you learn how to trust God when you... Wait a minute, Jesus. It's just me and you. I ain't got no backup. I ain't got no backup plan. Lord, here, oh God, I got to. You learn how to trust God then. You learn how to believe God then. You learn how to pray then. You learn how to fix your eyes toward heaven and say, Lord, woo. You be like Job. Although you slay me, yet will I trust in you. Honey, you got to trust in God. I don't care if you...
Because if he can't fix it,
nobody can. Read.
When things in our lives go awry, we learn more about both God
and yourself. So if you get to going through these trials, you learn more about God and you learn more about yourself. You learn things about yourself when you get to going through these fiery trials. That's what they're for. You learn some things about yourself. I ain't quite where I thought I was. I know I done said that. Good God Almighty. Woo! I ain't quite where I thought I was. See, when you go through these trials, you learn some things. But as long as things going smooth, then see, that's what I'm talking about. Got to be made. Read, listen.
Difficulty and defeat cause us to study our approach to life,
Listen.
while ease and victory only cause us to bask thoughtlessly in self-contentment.
See,
And that's true.
so true. You get to going through some things, you get to thinking.
So do.
You take a good look at this thing.
Take inventory.
You look at this thing, you look at your life.
Yup.
Say, oh God, now. If I've sinned
All right.
and didn't know, whoo, God. It happens, saint. It make you take inventory. It will make you take inventory of your life. Read.
Hopefully, this lesson will teach us how God can bring peace in the midst of our storms.
Listen.
Even
Listen.
if he chooses not to quiet the wind.
All the time he don't quiet the wind. And there's a reason why he don't quiet the wind all the time.
Yes.
Yeah. He don't quiet the wind all the time. Honey, sometimes, you know that song, Don't Move My Mountain? Sometimes you got to go on through, you got to go through these things, but you got to know that he is your peace. You got to know that he is your peace. He don't quiet the storm all the time. He don't stop the winds from blowing, but he be right there with you to take you through. A lot of times we have to go through some things. Read, listen.
He will, even if he chooses not to quiet the wind, he will reassure us and give us patience to endure the storm and survive.
He won't let you know where you are. See, a lot of times we don't know where we are. He'll let you know just exactly where you are in him. But he'll let you know, I said I would be with you, and I will be with you. He said, I will be with you until the end of the earth. You got to believe God. And you got to know the worse it get, he's still with you. You got to be like the man. That's right. Don't you know they said there's a silver line behind every dark cloud? There's a silver lining. There is. You know, I was, oh, Jesus, on my job, Miss Berry told me, when she was going through, she said, you know, Miss Ford, she talked real quiet and she real soft-spoken. You know, Miss Ford, they say that there is a light at the end of every, how she said? There's a light at the end of every tunnel. But I have to say, sometimes that light is a train. I said, oh, my God, Miss Bird, don't think like that. Sometimes it look like it. She says, not a light, it's a train coming. I said, oh, please. Saints, you have to believe God. You have to know if he said it. We keep saying this. He do not deliver us a lot of times. We need to be made. You need to know that you don't trust God like you think you do. You need to know that you need to come on up. You need to know that you need to pray some more. You need to get closer to God. We need to be dedicated more. Woo, sometimes you be saying, Lord, where are you? You get in some sand and you look for these footprints. I see mine. My God, where you was at, Lord? Sometimes it be like that. But I want to take your mind for just a moment. Would you come turn this other fan on for me? I want to use your mind for a minute. So I said one more time, let's go back to Paul. Let's go back to Paul. Look how the man went through. Look how he went through. Look how much trouble the man had. Look how many times he was shipwrecked. Look how many times he was beat with rods. Look how many times he was left for dead. Oh, my God. One storm after another. but he believed God. He never doubted God. Whatever situation he was in, he turned around and he made good out of it. In jail, he wrote letters everywhere. He made good out of it. Whatever storm you're going through, make good out of it. Trust God and go on and go through it. You got to make good out of whatever situation. Why are you making good out of it? Because God is there with you. If you believe God is with you, why are you fearful? He had just fed the crowd of. We forget. Yep.
They should have went talking to the wind.
Yep.
Hey, wind, we just left Jesus and he said another two See.
Woo, peace be still.
Be still.
That's right. You got to. Woo.
Amen. Amen.
Yep. See, every problem is a stepping stone.
Yes.
It just take you a little bit higher. Every.
I know what the wind blowing to just to take them high.
This is nothing.
It's only a test.
The great miracle.
Is that all you got?
And then this little wind gonna take them out. They gonna cry.
See how we have a little faith?
Yeah, look.
See, they need to go through that. Don't you know Jesus knew that storm was coming their way? When he left them, don't you know he knew that storm was coming their way? And he wanted it to come their way. To show you. Just like he said, oh, Peter, why did you doubt? O ye of little faith. He wanted to just show you. Now you just seen the miracle. And now here you go. Still can't believe me. When God parted the Red Sea and let the children of Israel go over on dry ground, that was enough right there. He shouldn't have to do another thing. Lo and behold, they went through that and then started complaining. Got in the wilderness, started complaining about no meat. Can he put us a meat in a table in the wilderness? And he just parted the sea for them. See how we doubt God. I mean, it just one thing after another, and we still can't believe God. Read, listen. Jesus.
We are confident that whether we are witnessing a miracle or we are struggling in the storm, Jesus is with us.
Whether you're witnessing a miracle or whether you're struggling in a storm. That's why we tell you, don't be up here like a hypocrite. Don't wait till it's all over. Then here you go talking about God. I knew he was going to do it and this and that. All while you going through, you sitting with your head down, couldn't get in the service, couldn't lift your hand, looking all dried up. Pastor got to pray for you every 15 minutes. Then as soon as it's all over, can't nobody sit you down.
Don't wait till the battle is over.
You keep that head up while you're going through. You keep praising God while you're going through. Saints, keep true. The cares of life. And it seems like all hope is gone. Sometimes it look like all hope is gone. He said, hold that head up high. Woo, Jesus. You belong to the Most High God. Hold that head up. Whatever you got to go through, my God. Woo. What did Yolanda Adams, what's that song? It's the Lord. You belong to the Lord. You belong to the Lord. Woo. He's going to prove to your enemies that he is God. Honey, he's just want to work in your life. Read.
He can increase the bread and decrease the wind.
Did you hear that? He increased the bread and he decreased the wind. That's the kind of God that we serve. Look at your neighbor and say, that's what I'm talking about. My God. He can increase the bread and decrease the wind.
All right.
You've got to know. You've got to know.
God is good. Read.
Indeed, the Master is able to make adjustments in our lives to bring comfort and safety to our souls. Either way he chooses, we will witness a miracle in the storm.
Any way he chose to do it.